Hello everyone, this is a review, just me alone, reviewing I believe a Bronze 3, a Bronze 2, whatever, same thing anyways. So basically a bronze game of Orianna review. Looks like the matchup is Ori versus Syndra. So I'll just discuss the matchup real briefly. Like the Orianna's, her level 1 is just much better than yours because your Q does less damage than her Q. And her Q comes up faster than your Q, I think, so. And hers is much easier to hit. Um, so level 1 you don't want to go too crazy or anything. Unless she uses Q, then you can step up. So let's see how he plays this out. So autos this, autos that. There's no reason to Q there, she wouldn't be walking up for that. Because she doesn't need to walk up that far. And that auto actually, I don't know if you saw this, but the auto is actually bad because he had 3 casters. And if you auto him, these casters are going to start hitting you, right? Obviously. So there's 3 of them. And they have about 20 AD. And they'll probably hit you twice before you either kill them or break the aggro. So you actually probably you're taking around like maybe an auto attack and a half worth of damage if you were talking from like an auto attack from a champion. So you ended up taking like maybe almost 100 HP, like 70 HP, 80 HP worth of damage. So you have to be careful when auto attacking. You can like do it when you have your shield on, that's fine, because then you're not going to take any damage. But be careful about here. Let me get my pen open. Okay, so you have to be careful. Like, there's the line here, right? And the minions have, like the casters have, let's say for this one, it's got like this much range to it. So as long as you're outside of this range, an auto attack, and a nice trick is when you're auto attacking, you walk back a little bit because it takes some time for your auto attack to travel. Because like you're not playing Caitlyn or something, so. Ori's auto attack is relatively slow, so you can actually be like right here and then auto attack and then go outside of it and you won't take the aggro. You'll take aggro from melee creeps, but they don't do any damage, so like they do damage, but it's very little. It's definitely worth an auto attack trade, but if you take full minion aggro, it's not worth your trade. That was a good Q. You want to keep autoing this wave though, because you're almost level 2. And I don't know what she is, but she's probably almost level 2 as well. And you're stepping back for no reason when you could easily be getting level 2 before her. This ward is unnecessary. A 213 ward, that's pretty early. Especially in your elo, people aren't really gonna ward. And he's, like unless he's playing maybe like a Twitch. Well, not even a Twitch. Twitch would gank you like right after his red buff. So that's not really for a Twitch. I don't know what their jungler is, so I can't really tell if he's early game or not. But yeah, that's just, it's too early to ward there. Ward at like 245. That's way too early. Another like misuse of Q, just using it for no damage. That wasn't really gonna hit. Alright. Okay. Took a lot of damage there. You did not respect the fact that you're on cooldown and she has her cooldowns up. So it's kind of like this when you're playing the game. It's like, so there's 1 champion, 2 champion. Let's say I'll put like marks for if you're on cooldown. So let's say you have everything up. So you're up and she's down. So if you're up and she's down, you step forward, right? Because she's down. She has nothing to use. Like if she uses her QW. But then it goes the other way around. If these were reversed, like let's say you were actually down and she was actually up, right? Let's say you used all your abilities on the minion wave. Like if I play Zed, for instance, I use my Shadow, I know that I need to respect the fact that I don't have any damage without Shadow, much like when you move your ball away from you and don't get any damage on the enemy champion with it. You know, like right now, you're on cooldown. As long as she passes like right here, she could step up in your minion wave and start trading with you until your cooldowns come back up. Because she'll auto win it. At least most of the time. Like 99% of the time. So it's about stepping back and forth between the cooldowns. And it's just like that's what mid lane's about, is you just keep cycling back and forth. Well, you clipped him, that was nice. Pretty low on mana though. This is just a useless Q. Of course he's going to want to step back immediately. It seems like you don't really know the range of the Orianna very much, because you keep queuing him, then you notice like your character has to step forward and get in range, and then it moves the ball. It doesn't move the ball and then you just step in range, because that's not how abilities work. That would be broken. So um, that was good damage. Just walk out. I would have lasted that cannon, just because. Alright, so now you are really low on mana. You should really just refrain from using any abilities right now, and just look for some farm. You see the Q like that. I see you Q there, right? Like, why are you queuing? You're too low on mana. If you keep doing this, you're gonna hit level 4, level 5. She's gonna have all the mana to use in the world, and then level 6 is gonna come around, and this is where you can usually kill people. So what's gonna happen is you're level 6, you're out of mana. She's level 6, she has enough for her whole combo. And you're out of mana, and you're out of potions. So again, this was never gonna hit her because she's outside of the range. See again, you keep using the ball when you're low on mana. Yeah, so now you're out of mana, you can't do anything. So now he's free to walk up and do whatever he wants. He's still kind of low, but you really need to respect this now by like warding the bot side and top side here. So yeah, normally you'd be able to punish her under this turret for farming under the turret, but you can't. Wait, what is that? Oh god, you stayed? Okay. So yeah, now you've lost all pressure, because you have no mana. Oh shit, kill that bitch. Could probably kill her. What? Ghost? Hello? 2 autos. She has 2 autos. I would have ghosted for that. And if she flashed over the wall, I'd just follow her flash. That was a free kill. Yeah. And yeah, you can't do anything here. You just need to recall. It's pretty greedy to stay for the last chapter here, because you're really low. You know Nidalee is like top side. Pretty easy gank if the Syndra stuns you. Yeah. No, you can't even lane. I don't know what this is. What are you doing? Yeah, this is just a waste of time. You needed to recall this whole time. Like, don't be afraid of recalling 400 gold. It's like, yes, it's a really crappy amount of gold to recall with, but most likely you were the reason you had to recall at that 400, because you shouldn't have to recall that fast. So now you don't have pressure. Now you finally recall, but imagine if you recalled before, you'd actually be having some lane presence right now. So you lost all lane presence for the last 3 minutes. So you'll finally gain it back now with the last chapter. Last chapter really gonna help you out. I don't know if you're running meditation or not, like 1 point meditation, 2 points meditation. 1 point's good, 2 points is fine too. Oh man, don't go in the bush. Oh boy. Okay, clear this. Anytime the Syndra's out of lane, like she's bot lane right now, you shove it in and make her miss all this farm. Instead you try to follow her, but your bot laners are dead, it's just the cane. So this is a complete waste of time, because that's never going to work out if you go down there. You might pick up 1 or 2 kills, but that's just because they're bad and they're overstaying. Why are you typing? Why are you typing? You just missed 2 CS there. Kind of 3 actually. Well, what are you stepping back for? Hit or turret? You keep stepping back. So you clear this, clear that, good. Clear the back line first. Okay. When you're clearing waves, try to utilize your Q to clear everything. And clear the caster minions before everything else. That was an unnecessary shield. You weren't going to take any damage, so you're just wasting the 60 mana there. Ooh, nice. Try to walk up there for the Thunderlord's proc if you can. Let's step up more here. Ah, that was bad. You need to step up more when you're looking for the QW, because you keep QWing and then, oh, that would have been a good time to. That would have been a good time there. Okay, see here, did you see this? When you step to the side, and you were stepping back over here, when you're over here, you're stepping back and you keep stepping back. You need to step forward so that she doesn't freeze this wave. If she freezes this wave, she zones you off of 2 waves. Or at least she should be because of jungle presence. There's nothing warded here and nothing warded down here, so you're very vulnerable to gank, especially when you're like this far away from your turret. But anyways, when you're queuing, you keep you're out of range, and then you queue out of range, so your champion walks forward, and then you queue. But by the time like you're so far away, so by the time that happens, the champion is moved, so you keep wasting all of your Q and Ws, and thus wasting all of your mana, and then losing lane pressure because you have no mana left. But imagine if all of your Qs actually hit something. So step up a little bit more when you're trying to use the Q, so you don't run into scenarios like that. See, like this. And that was just not realizing the snapback range. And now we run into the same scenario as the whole time, where you're low on mana. Step up more here. Step up. Look at that. Look at that. She used her thing. As soon as she uses the Q, you step up and use the QW on her. Like if she misses it like that, you You step up because she's on cooldown. She's on cooldown, so you go up and play aggressive. See, look at that. You could have, again, another useless shield. But like, you see, whenever you do hit your abilities, you see how much damage you do. Oh, that was close. But you see, that was even closer than usual. Like, usually, you would miss it by, like, you were missing it by like this much. But since you walked up a little bit there, it closed the gap a little bit, and you just missed it barely. It was just like this much instead. Like, if this was a number line, right, this would be like 1. This would be 1. Before, you were missing it by like 2 units, and now you were only missing it by 1 because you stepped up a little bit. You could have actually hit her if you just angled it like right here. Like, remember, while you're landing, people aren't going to be in the same spot as they were a quarter second ago. They're going to be moving around a lot. Wow, this is a 48-minute game. Okay. I'm just going to skip through a little bit here. This team combined without me. So you say this game, or you keep running into games like this team combined without me give up 44 deaths. But this doesn't matter. This shouldn't concern you that it's 44 deaths. Why are you even keeping track of the deaths? That's really weird. Like, don't even bother yourself with that. You need to be looking at yourself. You can't control what your teammates are doing. They're gonna die 44 times. That's gonna happen up until about platinum. Like, I'm not even kidding. And even in platinum, people still die a lot. Like, so it happens in every elo. It's like, you shouldn't have the mentality that it's your team and not you. You should have the mentality that every single loss is my fault. That's what you should be looking for. See, now you can shield here. Oh, ult here? Okay. You were just a little bit slow with the shielding yourself and then ulting. Your shield ended up not shielding anything. So let's rewatch that actually. Oh, you're still dead. Okay, so yeah, see again, she's out of range. You don't even. So your W's down. You really need to respect that. Yeah. And then here you could have, yeah, you could have just done it a little bit faster. And it looks like. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, so right here. So it shockwaved. So your bolt was right on top of her right here. And when you shockwave, so let's bring in the shockwave. Don't get any looks like that. If she's on this side, she's gonna go to this side. Just like if she's on this side, she's gonna get shockwave to the other side. It's, you know, she's on this side, it's gonna go to this side. So she would have actually been dragged farther away from you, probably making you live. And also you had flash, you could have dodged the Q with it. And now you're pinging. I don't know why you're pinging. Wait, Camille, really? Oh, he knocked him into the turret. That was so good. That was so well played. I didn't even know the E knocks him in a turret. I mean, he shouldn't be in there in the first place, but Syndra shouldn't be like over like Syndra shouldn't even be there. But your top shouldn't be there either. Well played nonetheless by your Camille. So now you know Syndra's dead, so you should shove the wave. Like, cue this. There you go. There you go. That's a completely unnecessary ward. Syndra's dead, it's just gonna be a 1v1. This is useless to go up, this isn't gonna ever work out. Because you don't have enough damage to kill the Urgot. Like you come up for a ward, really? When you lack damage to kill the mid laner, you're never gonna be able to kill the top laner. Unless he's really, really low. But since he was full health, there's just no way. Oh god, you're missing so much farming. Alright. You pinged the Mia. So pinging the Mia is great, but then you need to ping on the lane, which I see you did, but you actually missed it a little bit. And people in bronze, they're gonna have like the map awareness of monkeys. So you need to ping like directly on top of the champion, and then they'll see it. And if they still die to the gank, then I mean that's just their fault. There's nothing you can do about that. Aside from shoving in the lane like you are right here. Okay. Oh, you're probably dead. I would ghost out of here. Wait. Yeah, you need to ghost. You need to ghost. Oh. Yeah, you need a ghost. Oh! Flash, ghost. Flash, man. You know that you're dead after that hook, right? So you need to flash there. Wow, Thresh. Dude, it's not Wow Thresh. It's you not ghosting here, and you know, or you not flashing here also. The kill was really good. Like the turnaround was pretty solid. But you know that you're getting caught from all angles, right? Like while you were walking down here, you know Urgot is gonna come down here. You know the Thresh is coming up here, and there's two people behind you. So your only way is to go up here. Obviously, you know that. So, but anyways, yeah, they were just catching up. So as soon as they start to be able to close the gap on you, and maybe get in range for their stuns and stuff, that's where you should be like, I should probably just ghost here. But you didn't use either of your summoner spells. I mean, that's what they're there for. It's only a 5-minute cooldown and a 3-minute cooldown, so don't be afraid to use them. Dash top, get dragon. That's good. You should be careful about telling your team what to do though, especially when you're 0-2, because your voice isn't gonna command any authority, right? It's like taking advice. It's like taking business advice from somebody with like 3 failed businesses. Which ironically is actually the better thing to do. Because he knows what not to do. But anyways, concept is kind of the same. Okay, do you see that Syndra there? You should like be your camera, like you should be queuing these minions, and you don't need to be here to auto attack. Like your camera doesn't need to be here to auto attack. So you need to be checking out like, oh, Syndra's over here, what's happening? Like, do they need help? Do I need to go over there? You know, did Kane just get stunned by the Syndra? Maybe I can come over there and help. Help her do damage. Okay. See, but you have no idea because you're not even moving the camera there. See, if it's getting pinged and you're not even there. There's like no presence at all from you. But the Syndra has presence because she's moving around trying to help her team out. Oh, this is just silly. You know they're there, right? I guess it's just silly because you know your team is dead there. You know there's 3+ people over there. And then you just walk into the jungle. You're completely alone. Really, Kane? Okay, dude, that's a big problem. Like, it's not the Kane's fault you died. Everybody left. You should realize they all left. It's your fault and your fault alone. Kane is not clicking the mouse, it's you that's clicking the mouse. Like, this is really bad. You shouldn't even be typing. You really can't be typing like that, because you'll never improve with typing like this and just instantly blaming the jungler. You and you alone is controlling that mouse. And controlling good decisions. Y'all overstayed like shit. Yeah, and and then you just walked into them, which is even worse. Oh, that hit. That was clean. Oh wow, he took that shot. That's sad. That was a bad execution dive. Good look for top lane here. You need to go for top lane because he's gonna get that tier 2. That's pretty bad for him to get the tier 2 because it's worth much more. Like, not in terms of gold, but just in terms of opening up the map a little bit more. Like, if he gets that tier 2, they have control, complete control of your topside jungle. Which means no blue buff for you. This is just ridiculous. This is never gonna happen. Like, you're 0-3, so it's pretty hard for you to really do anything. So here, you know, like, they're out of vision. You don't know where they are. They're probably in a turret. We could safely assume that they're in a turret. Because why would they be in that bush, right? This is ridiculous. And even if they are, you're gonna come out of range, like right here, and then they're gonna see you and just start pathing upwards. And your team is your bot lane, your Lux and Kayla. They don't have like the greatest of follow up. Like Lux can bind, but it's inconsistent follow up. And what I mean by that is, it's not like it's a targeted skill shot where it's always gonna be hitting that. Right? Whereas if it was like an Annie, she could just go in and like ulti. But you gotta understand they have to be in range for that anyway. Which they're not if you just check the map. And this wouldn't work out anyways. This is high risk. This is like high risk, basically almost no reward. Like best case scenario, you get 1 kill on the Jinx. When you could just be going top, taking the farm. Or going mid, taking the farm. You know, preventing this guy from getting 2-2. Yeah, it's just complete waste of time. And then you step back in, but they're just gonna run away. Like, yeah, like what are you doing? You're now the support. Yeah, you keep staying in the lane. It's a failed gank, and you gotta understand that it's a failed gank. You should shield yourself here so you don't take all this minion damage, and it's just shield damage. See, look at how much damage that is. You took 300 damage just for minions. And you should have. Oh, wait, you did ping me? Okay. Okay. Just push the lane. get the turret damage unless they overstay. You should like be pushing this out and then putting your camera over there to see if something's starting or something's happening. Okay. See, now stuff's happening. You pushed it with the lane, so that's really good. Okay, good. Okay, I think he got his flash, so yeah, you definitely had his flash. So this is just not worth it. This is not worth chasing. He's still got 1200 HP. There's no way you can do enough damage to him. So you just go back to your lane. You did your job. You did your job there. You helped them out. You shockwaved in Italy. You guys got a kill in Italy. Okay, alright. Yeah, you need to be shoving up middle lane here. Because you've already gotten it a little bit low from the other stuff. This is a waste of time. Yeah, just leave. Now you go to your lane. You just saw Syndra bot lane. So you just go to your lane. Anytime you recall, you want to ask yourself if you can shove out any lane before you do that. And all of these, like, you might watch, like, maybe you might watch pros or something, or like streams or anything, and you're wondering, oh, how do they have this 150, 160 CS at 18 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever you want to, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. Anyways, it's basically like, how do they have these, 8, 9, 10 CS per minute scores? And it's because they don't do all these bad rotations like this, just randomly walking around wasting time. If they do, it's gonna be a kill. You need to make sure you get like a kill or two. Actually, two is good. Or a kill and then a turret. I wouldn't even go over there. They're too tanky. And so it's a 6-5-5. Okay, alright, let's see what happened here. Looks like you almost got caught out. Oh, and another thing, I don't know what your HUD settings are, but make your map as big as possible. Just so you see it more, that's all. Okay, so you do a good job of pinging me out, so that's really good. Okay, so you know that they went over here. It's just a terrible idea because you know that they're here. You know it's a Thresh Syndra. You know they just warded this, so they have vision on you. They know that you're right here. So they have vision. So it's pretty dangerous considering it's a Thresh Syndra. Thresh can just hook over the wall. Syndra can just stun you right after the hook duration, and you're stunned for a good 3 seconds. That's more than enough time for them to kill you. With or without flash. Yeah, like I know you want to help the Kayn out here, but there's just no way. You guys don't have vision for this dragon. Okay, sweet. And then you're forced to burn flash. And now he dies because he wants to do the same thing and try to save you. If the Syndra was smart, she would actually kill both of you, but she she's not, and she just stepped back for some reason. Even when that could have been an easy double kill for her. Okay, so this Ori, you don't even have full build. You don't even have full build on that page. Just use recommended. You just go Morello first, but you get the sword boots. Okay. Now they're just dying and you just don't have the damage to do anything. What is this? This is just, oh god. Okay. Let me find it again. Oh, this isn't the same video. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. So here you're calling for haunting guys. I don't see the point of this haunting guys at all. You need a Banshee's Veil here to mitigate like lower the risk of like walking up like that. So you can actually walk up and get like a QW without instantly getting hooked. Help out with the hook and help out with the Syndra damage. So here, okay. So right here, like why would you go up for the Q when there's the threat of the hook? Everybody just died. You don't want to go where everybody just died, because that's not like a danger zone, right? The chances of you going in there and living are very, very slim now. And when you get up to higher lows, if you do that, you're just gonna instantly die. Like this Thresh. I don't know if his hook is up or not, but you don't know where the rest of them are. You don't know if Syndra's sitting in this bush. You don't know if Jinx is sitting in this bush. You could get slowed by Jinx. You could get stunned by Syndra over the wall. Because she could put a ball right here and then just shove it into you. Overall, you're not prioritizing farm, basically, at all. You need to be prioritizing farm. Like, your prioritization is messed up. It's, for you, it's on walking around and, like, forcing stuff and forcing plays. Like this right now. This isn't gonna work out. Because Camille doesn't have ulti, you see what happens. You know, he gets that turret anyways, and now again you're wasting more time by doing all of this. You just keep walking around the map the whole time. And you just keep losing farm and losing farm. And Syndra just gets more and more ahead. The most consistent way to gain a lead is through farm. Like this. Like this is good. You don't want to shield yourself there again. The ball will snap back to you anyways, so. Don't know why the recall. Okay, there's the badge as well. Good stuff. Oh, you actually finished haunting, guys. Oh well. Okay. Alright, so. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go to your next two, though, because this game is extremely long. Alright, did you die? No. Okay, you die here. This is weird. Okay, this is 3 deaths. Okay, here's your death. Okay, so here it doesn't look like you should die. You pushed up the lane, that's really good. Oh. Okay, that's just unfortunate. You maybe would have been able to get away if you drag your ball towards you and then W'd, because you W'd and your ball was over here. So like these are the types of like mechanical things that is just it just makes it more difficult for you playing the game and climbing. You know, because you have to get used to stuff like this. Plus, Orianna herself has a very large learning curve. Like you have to know the snapback range, you have to know your Q range, you know your E and stuff. Just there's a lot of things that can go wrong while you're playing Orianna. Shield yourself. Okay, should shield somebody there. Shielding the Caitlyn probably would have prevented her from flashing. She's pretty bad. I mean, she shouldn't have flashed, so it's not a big deal. But it might end up saving somebody's life. Oh, that hit. Wow. Alright. It's good back off here. You know, the Thresh can walk up and stun you, so their stun range is relatively long range, so it's fine. So you just take raptor camps. Okay, but stuff's happening over here, so your camera should be over there, not on raptor camps. Okay. You should just, your job here is to just clear the waves out. This is really dangerous because your team can't back you up right now and the Thresh is sitting in the bush. So they decide to go in and team fight then. Oh, good. Nice. Okay. You got enough there. What are you doing? That's... So this is why it's really important for you to have your camera on stuff. You can't just be walking around and like clearing waves while you're doing everything. The camera should be moving around, looking for fights and stuff. So like if you had your camera on there, you could have been to that fight a little bit sooner, and you could have turned it around. Because as you see, your shockwave actually was very capable of turning around the fight if everybody was alive. So you need to make sure you're like 100% in the fight. Oh, he has no magic resists. Oh, keep going, keep going. Ghost. Okay, just shield him, shield him. You're not shielding him, man. Why are you not following up? You gotta shield him and like play more aggressive on people like that. His whole team is bot side, so you could just chase him down the lane with the cane. If you stepped up, I think the cane would have continued. Okay, let me just look at your next death here. Okay, here it is. Right on the button. Okay. Oof. Oh, that was a good hook. Yeah. Okay, let's see this again. That just magically stunned you as well. And then you walk back in. You know you guys are gonna lose this because it starts out with a stun on you and the cane, which are 2 damage dealers. So you would lose it. And if you go in with the ball, but everybody else is like very, very far behind you. So you have to realize in this case, you're basically 1v4. So any damage you do here is it's not gonna make a difference. Like you stepping up here was the reason you got hooked. Because you just barely walked into the hook. And then this happens. See, the Caitlyn does the same thing and pretends she's a frontliner. And just now you're dead, so you can't really do anything. Oh my god, fucking bronze, what the hell? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. I think that'll be it. I don't know how the game goes this long. So hook is down, you can step up here. Just be stepping up like this Caitlyn here. Because the hook was down. Of course it's gonna come back up, but oh, that was very close. Right now, all you need to do is buy time for your Camille to push in top lane. Oh, she's dead. Oh, she's dead. Killed. Uh, you missed your Q there. So here, you... I want to watch this again, because she should have been dead. The Syndra, it was a really good pick on the Syndra. Okay, so here, do you see, why are you so far back when this Syndra just got caught by the snare? You guys will easily kill her. You step too far back, and you're so far back that you can't even move your Q in time to kill her. See, and you have to step up and then move it. And then she flashes away. So you don't actually end up killing her there. It's pretty good for you guys though. Overall, I think your problem is actually just accruing a lead in the early game. Like, we could talk about like all these, you know, bad late game decisions, but ultimately, you never really gained a lead in the first place. Wow, is that Thresh actually gonna? Alright, so you haven't actually accrued a lead in the first place, so you shouldn't really be expecting to carry games if you can't accrue a lead, especially early game, because those are the easiest times to create a lead for yourself. You know, via like CS advantage. You know, be it CS advantage or kills or both. Ideally both. You should walk down there. Your camera should be on the Jinx. I think the Jinx is alone right there. Yeah. Yeah, the Jinx was alone. You could have went down there. And that's the other thing, the camera needs to be on the map. You're never moving it around. I haven't seen you move it around one time. Again, she's alone. You can just pick her off. If an 80 carries alone like that, that's a free kill. Looks like Camille notices it. Yep, Camille notices it. Camille already gets the kill, so you should just be mid for the wave clear. Right now they have very little wave clear. Actually, they have pretty good wave clear. But with you, it would be much, much better. See, and then you could get a 3-man shockwave if you were there. And if you were just there a little bit sooner, like you would ghost in. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, dude. See, I recommend Annie because you can't make that mistake on Annie. Anytime this blue trinket's up, just put it into a bush. It's really good you got the blue trinket, but you're not using it. Like, you know, anytime it's off cooldown, you just use it. Oh my gosh, you're using it? Oh, there it is. I'd clear this and then go with your team immediately. Okay, 2 people here. That means your team has an advantage on the other side of the map. You bot? Good. Communicated that. That's good. Okay, but now they're over here. Oh, that's a shockwave. 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 Oh, there you go. It was a little bit late on that shockwave, but overall pretty good. It needs to be faster though. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the last time. I'm gonna type up some stuff for you. Overall, like, as a review, the main issues were you like wasting mana in the early game. There was a lot of Q wasting, like you would just move around the ball. Like you'd move the ball and you just wouldn't be hitting it. You could have shielded her there, maybe saved her. But anyways, you would Q and it wouldn't do anything. Like if you're queuing, you need to make sure 90%, like 80-90%, this is gonna hit the other champion, or it's gonna be shoving the wave when I need it to be shoved in. Or both. You know, sometimes it's both. So that was the main problem, and also the next biggest problem is you're not moving around your camera, like stuff is happening on the map and then you just, like, you know, you go in and like you blaming the Kayn. Like, why are you blaming this Kayn? You're making all these mistakes as well. It's not the Kayn's fault that you died there. That was yours. All of these deaths are your fault and your fault alone. So that, yeah, the attitude there in the game, that might have been one of the reasons. It might be one of the reasons why you're not climbing. It was the reason I was stuck in gold. Like, as you can see here, look at this. I was gold season 4, gold season 5, and gold season 6, and I'm flat 2. But it's because I changed the mindset. All I was doing when I was in gold was I was just blaming my jungler. I would die, and I would just be like, and I would just be looking at everybody else. I wouldn't care about my mistake. Plus, when you rage like that against your team, it's like who would you rather play with? The guy who's trying to keep everybody in a positive attitude and a good mood, or the guy who's just flaming people? Like, I understand you're not flaming much, but even just a little bit of flame goes a long way, because it just puts them in that mood already. And then if you keep doing it, you know, you bet your ass they're gonna stay in that mood, and they're not gonna even want to keep trying. Right? Like, who wants to play with a person like that? So it's best to just not say anything at all. You can just communicate via pings for the most part. You know, I mean, all you really need is the careful and danger ping and the on my way ping. That's pretty much all you need to play solo queue. All right. Anyways, that was my review for your game. If you guys liked this, like it, and if you disliked it, dislike it, and please subscribe if you want to see more, because I don't really make too much of these. Alright.